Hey guys, this is Misty from Mac Jewelry. I'm coming tonight with a tutorial. It's called the Friendship Pendant. It's something that I made a while back and have been threatening to make it. I just haven't. Things had gotten really busy and all. So this is the Friendship Pendant. This is one of the first ones I made. This is all pink. It's got 2mm bicones, but I revisited it because not everybody has 2mm bicones, so I redid it. It's just about the same. This one's bigger. It's just about the same, except I've got sea beads and no 2mm. You know, something that you basically would have laying around in your bead stash. So that's what we're gonna do now. The beaded bell is optional. I like it because it saves from using a jump ring. It just looks better, I think. But you can use whatever you want. What you need for this project is 10 8mm rounds, 6 8/0C beads, 47 4mm rounds, 10 5mm bicones, 20 4mm bicones. You're going to need very few 11/0s. You're going to need wildfire or fireline or any kind of thread you want. 6 8-pound thread. 6 pound I think is going to be the best to use because it does get a little tight in there. You're going to need a needle. 12 I think is what I'm using. Scissors and some round nose pliers. And as you can tell, I've got a lot of beads out here. I'm not sure what I want to use, so I just I'm probably not going to use those, so I'll just move these out of the way. I'm going to use some beads that my sister gave me for my birthday, and they are a light orange, and it's got mother of pearl on it. I think it is, but that's what we're going to use. I got some 4mm Swarovski AB bicones. I got some silver lined 11/0s, some 4mm pearls, my white 6/0s or 8/0s. I think those are 8/0s. Now I wasn't sure what I wanted to use for the bicone here. Bicone here on the top, and it's not even going to show it real well. So I put out a moonstone here, and I also found these AB crystals that I thought were pretty. So I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. I also have some orange 4mm bicones here that you can't see, so I'll put it here. And I don't know if I'm going to use those either. I think I'm going to stick with these colors and let these beads really pop. These are rondelles. I thought I'd try to make one with rondelles, around in it to give an extra pop of sparkle, but I've decided not to. Now I said in my last video I would show you how, when we do another video, that maybe I should be able to show you how to thread a needle, how I do it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, what you'll need to thread a needle, you don't have to have it, but it helps to have it. Flat nose pliers, and you can use flat nose pliers or you can use your teeth. I usually use my teeth, but in this case I'll use these. You want to flatten the end like this, because it's, as you know, thread is round and it don't go through a flat eye real good. Take the thread, pull it between your fingers and take your needle, and you should be able to slide your thread right up in the eye of the needle like this, and then just pull it through just like that. And that is how simple it is to thread a needle. Alright, we're going to get started here. Kind of fix my mat. I moved my craft room around, so I'm trying to get used to how it's sitting. So what you want to do to get started is you're going to pick up a 6/0 and your bead, 6/0, 8mm, and you want to do this for all 10, and you want to end with an 8mm, not a seed bead. 8 seed, try this again, seed, 8mm, seed, 8mm, seed, 8. These are probably bigger than an 8. I think those are 10. We're going to use them anyway. I'm not really the best on remember. Once I take them out of their package, I don't save the package, and I don't remember what the size of them are. So this is going to be a very big pendant, apparently. Not too bad. Okay, now 2 things you can do. You can run back through all these beads, which is what I'm going to do, or you can tie a knot and then go through them. I'm going to tie a knot at the end. I'm just keeping a little bit of a tail, and tie 2 or 3 good knots. I'm going to put this up just a touch. There we go, because I work kind of back here. Overhand knots. Okay, now go ahead and go through all your beads, and this will stiffen up as you go along and add your other beads. Go ahead and go around again, pull your knot inside, and go through as many beads as you can. I mean, that's normally what I do. Just go ahead and go around. Now you can go around once or twice. I'm going around once for video purposes. I don't think you guys want to see me go around several times. Okay. Now, I'm trying to position my camera to where it works really good. Alright, so what you're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick up 3 of my pearls, and I'm going to do right angle weaves. So your thread's coming out this way. You're going to take your needle and go through the seed bead back around on, explain it right. Your thread's coming out this way. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go in the opposite side, and you're going to pull and go on through to the next seed bead, and they're going to sit just like that, and you're going to do that all the way around. Oh my goodness, my camera is not wanting to work. Okay, what do I do with my needle? Alright, So you want to pick up 3 pearls, go back around in a circle, go all the way through to your next seed bead. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. If that tail gets on your nerves, cut it off. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this tail off because it's working my nerve. Alright. So I'm going to fix this to where it works for me. Go ahead and push my beads up out of the way here. I'm not really put together tonight, guys. Alright, pick up 3 more pearls. You're coming out this way. You're going to go back around and go through the seed bead, your 8mm, and your seed bead, and pull. Like I said, you want to go all the way around, picking up 3, going back through your seed bead, through the 8 and through the seed bead. Ouch. 3 pearls. Go back through the seed bead in a circle. Go through the seed bead, the 8 and the seed bead, and pull. And it's going to look loose and it's going to look funky at first. Let's put that down. There we go. It's going to look funky at first, but once it comes together, it's going to look great. So 3 more. Go back through the seed bead in a circle. Go through the 8 and the seed bead and pull. Just like that. Pick up 3 more. Go through the seed bead, the 8 and the seed bead, and pull. You know what I want to do? Push these up here. That way it's out of the way and it gives me more room to work. And I don't take the risk of throwing it off my table. My beading mat. Okay. So this is what you have so far. And I know it looks a little funky, but I promise you it will straighten out. Oops. Pick up 3 more seed beads. 3 more pearls. 4mm rounds, whatever you're using. And go through the 8mm and the seed bead and pull. Pick up 3 more. Whoa, there's a green one that got in there. Hello. We don't want that. No green. Go through the seed bead, the 8 and the seed bead, and one more time. 2, 3. Now you want to go through the 8, the seed bead, the 8 and the seed bead, pull your thread through, and this is what you're going to have. Some peek holes over your seed beads. Now what you want to do is you want to go up through the pearl that right above where you're coming out of, and then the top pearl. Okay. Let me see. Okay. I think, let me look at and make sure what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use these. I didn't think I was going to. We're gonna use them anyway. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up a pearl. And this should be a 5mm, not an 8mm. But I've used such bigger ones, so we're going to use these. It's kind of getting thrown together, guys, as I go here. So normally you will have a seed bead, a 4mm, and a seed bead. This time I've got a pearl, a 4, an 8, and a 4. And we're going to see what happens. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go across to the top pearl right next to where you're coming out of. Alright, that may not be too bad. So pick up 4. That's what you're going to have for whatever you're using. Pick my work up here and go through the top pearl across from where you're coming out of. And pull. I hope you guys can see. Let me lift this up. Yeah, that's gonna be better. Oops. Okay. Pick up a 4. And you're gonna keep this up the whole way around. Picking up your sequence of your 4, your seed bead, your 4, and your seed bead. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm using, but you'll see that I think this is gonna work out just fine. And pull. And just keep going. Like I said, it might be a little loose now, but it will tighten up as the project goes. And what I'm listening to tonight, I guess I can tell you that while you're not just sitting there going, duh, while I beat here. I am listening to Sweet Thing by Mary J. Blige. My son and I are Medea fans, and of course we was watching Medea Goes to Jail, the play, and Cheryl Pepsi Riley was singing this, and I'm like, seriously, I need to get that song, because I love it. So anyway, it's that kind of night for me. And that is what we were listening to. Okay. And you're going to pull. And I did that just perfectly. Just had the right amount out for this. And that looks kind of cool, you guys. Really, I like that. I'm not an orange person, but that looks kind of cool. Okay, alright. So you can pick up your last one, and you're going to go ahead and take your needle and go ahead and go back through all the beads you just added. The pearl, you want to go through just the very top. And that will that'll reinforce it. So, go ahead and go through all of them. Oops, without getting caught up here, like I am. Am I in frame? I am sorry, guys, I'm not doing very good here at staying in frame. And this is why I use like a 12 needle, because I like to reinforce. I like to go through all my beads, especially with something like this that just seems so flimsy. Or with anything really, you should really reinforce I would rather have 2 or 3 threads going through than just one, especially when you work with such big beads, and these here a little heavy. So I want to make sure that, keep in frame here, make sure that it's pretty good and secured and also go through. Okay, now for this part, what we're going to do is, you want to come out of one of your 4mm or 8s in my case, and let me see here. This may not work, so you're going to pick up one of your beads, no matter what you're using, and you want to usually take a seed bead and your 5mm and a seed bead. You're coming out in this direction. You want to come back across and go in the opposite, on the opposite side, and going in the same direction that your thread's coming out. And you want to pull, and that should lay right across like that. Now I think I'm gonna have to have more seed beads, so let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have more seed beads on this. So let me get my needle back here. Oops. Where in the world am I with this? Oh, okay, I see. It's not gonna make it easy on me. Alright. Thread my needle again. Okay. Now, with the brown one I did, I had to have 2 seed beads on each side of my 5mm. And we're going to have to with this one too. So you can pick up 2 11-ohs, your 5mm, 2 11-ohs, and you want to go in through the opposite side with your needle going out the same side your thread. Same direction your thread is. So your thread's coming out this way. You want to take your needle and go in the opposite side of the 8mm that you're coming out of. I mean, that's right below where you're of this one. And you're going to pull. And your beads will sit right across. Just like that. That's right. Now when you get the Discover 8 card, you'll automatically double all the cash back you earned at the end of your first year. Your thread's coming out of your 8mm. If I don't focus. Just some of the many ways we treat you like you'd treat you. Apply now at discover.com/double. Exclusive offer for new card members. Limitations apply. Right now. Come on. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So your thread's coming out here. You want to go on the purl right above where you're coming out of. You want to take your needle and go through the 2 top purls. And you want to come out of your 5mm or whatever you're using, in case my orange bead. And you want to do that every time, all the way around. So 2 11s, a 5, and 2 11s. Again, you want to take your needle and go through the bead below in the opposite, on the opposite side. So your bead's set in a diagonal, and you want to pull. Go up through the pearl, 2 top pearls, and go through the orange bead only. Pick up 2 11s, a 5, and 2 11s. And you want to go through and have your needle coming out the same direction, the same side that your thread's coming out of. You know what I mean. And pull. Just like that. 2 11s, a 5, and 2 11s. No, you don't. Go up through your pearls and come out your top 5mm. Pull. Now you're going to pick up your 11s, your 5, and your 11s, and go through your bead. Pull. And it looks like I'm going to have to put some thread on here, but I'm going to go as long as I can go without having to. Two 11s, a 5, and 2 11s. And it probably wouldn't be a bad thing if I have to add thread. I can show you guys how I add thread. I'm sure some of you that's been beading for a while does the same thing. Alright. So as you can tell, my thread is getting short. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add thread. I'll show you guys how to do it. Oh, thread end, where are you? There you are. So you're going to get your new piece of thread, hopefully quicker than I am. I'm not trying to make this too long. Okay. You're going to go ahead and thread your needle again with one end. Now, how I thread is I'll take my new thread and I'll run it under my old, and I will take and tie a knot. Just an overhand knot with just a new thread. So we're going to do it this way because my hands don't want to work. And I keep it close to the bead as I can. Okay, pull that tight. I'll tie it again. Then I'll take the old thread, the old end, and tie it as well. Now, what you do is you take your needle, go ahead and go through your pearls and your 8mm, and what that's going to do is pull that knot inside your bead. Go ahead and cut your threads down just a little bit. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn those ends. Now you can get back to work. Alright, you're going to pick up 2 11s. Oops. A 5 and 2 11s. And you're going to continue placing your little embellishments without knocking your beads off your needle, like I just did. Go through the 8 and have the needle coming out, going through the same direction that your thread's coming out on the top bead, and pull. Go up through the pearl where your needle's coming out of, pull your thread, go through your other 2 pearls, maybe, and your 8 millimeter, or your 5 in your case. 2 11-0s, your 5, your 2 11-0s, and go through your 8 millimeter. Sometimes you have to bend your beading work for it to go through. And this is what you're going to have so far. And I'm telling you, them crystals on the top look beautiful on that. Okay, go through the pearl right above where you're coming out. Go through the other 2 pearls. And your 5 millimeter, pull. Pick up 2 11s. Your crystal, 2 11s, and go through your 8 millimeter with the needle coming out in the direction that your thread's coming out of, and pull. Oops. Go up through your pearls, and your 5 millimeter, pull, 2 11s, oops, 5 millimeter, and 2 11s, and go through your 8 millimeter with the needle coming out in the same direction your thread's coming out, and the bead right above it, and pull. And one more time through your pearls, ouch, not stabbing yourself. Take 2 C beads, 2 11s, your last 5, and 2 11s, and go through your last 8 millimeter, the last one's kind of a little rough for me to get through sometimes. Pull your thread, and that so far is what you have. Let's make it a closer look. Look at that. That is pretty. I like it. Better than what I thought it was going to turn out like. You know, because like I said, I'm not an orange person, but that sure is pretty. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to come up through your pearls and everything like you was doing. Come up through your pearls, go through your pearls and your orange, and go ahead and go through all your pearls, your next 2 pearls, I'm sorry. And you want to come out of your center one. And I was going to use them and I didn't have to. Hey now. Okay, now what you want to do, this is where you're going to make the bell. You're going to pick up 3 pearls, and you're going to do a little right angle weave here. Right angle weave is all about making circles. So, your thread's coming out this way. Can you see it? Your thread's coming out this way. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go back through the same bead in the opposite, going around again, if I can do it. And you're going to pull. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go back up the pearl pearl right above where you're coming out of, and the top pearl, and pull. And you're going to keep doing this, I don't know, depending on how big you want your bell, and what you're going to use. If you're going to use a chain, if you're going to use a cord, if you're going to make a beaded chain for this to go on. So you're just going to continue making your right angle weave, your little circles here, going up through, my goodness, going up through 2 of the pearls that you just added. Ouch. I know I'm just like turning my project every which way but crazy. And pull. And hopefully it'll look right and not all kinds of crazy. Pick up 3 more. And I'm going to do this like 3 or 4 times because this will probably just go on a chain. And go up through the bead, 2 of the beads you just added. I know my hand gets in the way. Pick up 3 more. Go back through the pearl that you're coming out of to make your circle. Hold your beads. Looks kind of funky. Go up through 2 of the pearls that you just added. Ouch. Is that tight? Go ahead and hold the pearls. Hold them, that way they're held in place. Now, what you want to do is, this is the length I'm gonna leave my bell. You're gonna take this bead and you're gonna connect it to the bead here. Is that gonna focus? You want this bead to connect to this bead, the center bead on the post that you got on the base that you got your beads coming out of, your bell coming out of. So how you're going to do that is you're going to pick up a 4mm and you're going to take and you're going to go through, your thread's coming out on this side, so you're going to go in through that bead on the same side, and you're going to pull without getting it all tangled, just like I did. Yes, what a mess. Alright, let's see, there we go. And you're going to pull, and it's just supposed to lay right over, and hopefully the right way. Now you're going to take one more bead, one more 4mm, and you're going to go through the last 4mm that you added on the strip and pull. Now you're going to have to secure this, so you're going to have to go back through those beads you just added So go through the one on the base, go through the 4mm you added, go through the last one. Go through the last one you added. And sometimes your needle have a problem going through. Pull. And you want to do this a couple times just to make sure it's good and secure. Ouch. And this is why I said your pliers will come in handy, because it does get a little tight. Ouch. Alright. And that's what you have so far. You've got your bail. Now you want to take and run your needle through the pearl next to where you're coming out of. And you want to come out of any of them on the base without getting your thread tangled. And I seem to be doing that a lot. Cool. Alright. Now you want to do a half hitch knot. A half hitch knot is where you go up underneath the thread bridge, leave you a loop, stick your needle through, and you're going to pull. Go through some more beads. Oops. Oops, I'm having a heck of a time. Go up through where your thread is, loop, and pull. Go through some more beads. And you can do this as many times as you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'll do it 3 or 4 different times. Some more. And you know, as long as you just feel comfortable with what you've done, you know, with as many knots, and if you think it's secure. Alright, so you want to run the thread down away from where your knot is and just cut your thread. There it is. Get up here, maybe. Oh, what I need to do is I forgot about my threads here. I need to burn. So what I do, if you have a thread burner, it'll work better, but I don't. So I'm gonna use my lighter. There we go. And this is what we have. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see some of the friendship pendants you make. If you make any, please go to my page, Mac, on Facebook. Just Facebook search it. Like the page, and show me the pendant that you make, or anything of my tutorials that you make. You can share it there. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the tutorial. I know it was a little off tonight. Any suggestions on what you would like to see, a stitch or something. If I know how to do it, I'll do it. If I don't know how to do it, I'll learn to do it, and then I'll do it. Subscribe to my channel. Share this tutorial and any of my tutorials. And I thank you all for watching, and have a good night.